All right, we're back for more. Welcome to Reading with Mr. H. I hope you like it. Okay, season's greetings, page 158. Weirdly enough, when we got back home and Mom brought in the mail, there were holiday cards from both Julian's family and August's family. Julian's holiday card was a picture of Julian wearing a tie, looking like he was about to go to the opera or something. August's holiday card was of a cute old dog wearing reindeer antlers, a red nose, and red booties. There was a cartoon bubble above the dog's head that read, "Ho, ho, ho." On the inside of the card, it read, "To the Will family, peace on earth. Love, Nate, Isabel, Olivia, August, and Daisy." Cute card, huh? I said to Mom, who hardly said a word to me all the way home. I think she honestly just didn't know what to say. "That must be their dog," I said. "Do you want to tell me what's going on inside your head, Jack?" She answered me seriously. "I bet you they put a picture of their dog on the card every year," I said. She took the card from my hands and looked at the picture carefully. Then she raised her eyebrows and her shoulders and gave me back the card. "We're very lucky, Jack. There's so much we take for granted." "I know," I said. I knew what she was talking about without her having to say it. I heard that Julian's mom actually photoshopped August's face out of the class picture when she got it. She gave a copy to a couple of the other moms. "That's just awful," said Mom. "People are just... they're not always so great." "I know." "Is that why you hit Julian?" "No." And then I told her why I punched Julian. And I told her that August was my ex-friend now. And I told her about Halloween. Letters, emails, Facebook, texts. Can you hear my dog barking? I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Whew, here we go. December 18th. Dear Mr. Tushman, I'm very, very sorry for punching Julian. It was very, very wrong for me to do that. I'm writing a letter to him to tell him that too. If it's okay, I would really rather not tell you why I did what I did because it doesn't really make it right anyway. Also, I would rather not make Julian get in trouble for having said something he should not have said. Very sincerely, Jack Will. December 18th. Dear Julian, I'm very, very, very sorry for hitting you. It was wrong of me. I hope you're okay. I hope your grown-up tooth grows in fast. Mine always do. Sincerely, Jack Will. December 26th. Dear Jack, thank you so much for your letter. One thing I've learned after being a middle school director for 20 years, there are almost always more than two sides to every story. Although I don't know the details, I have an inkling about what may have sparked the confrontation with Julian. While nothing justifies striking another student, ever, I also know good friends are sometimes worth defending. This has been a tough year for a lot of students, as the first year of middle school usually is. Keep up the good work, and keep being the fine boy we all know you are. All the best, Lawrence Tushman, Middle School Director. Okay, then here's another one. This looks like an email. To L. Tushman at Beecher School. And then it says carbon copy. John Will, Phillips Academy. Amanda Will. And then it says from Melissa Albans. And then it says subject, Jack Will. Dear Mr. Tushman, I spoke with Amanda and John Will yesterday, and they expressed their regret at Jack's having punched our son, Julian, in the mouth. I'm writing to let you know that my husband and I support your decision to allow Jack to return to Beecher Prep after a 2-day suspension. Although I think hitting a child would be valid grounds for expulsion in other schools, I agree such extreme measures aren't warranted here. We've known the Will family since our boys were in kindergarten and are confident that every measure will be taken to ensure this doesn't happen again. To that end, I wonder if Jack's unexpectedly violent behavior might have been a result of too much pressure being placed on his young shoulders. I'm speaking specifically of the new child with special needs who both Jack and Julian were asked to befriend. In retrospect, and having now seen the child in question at various school functions and in the class pictures, I think it may have been too much to ask of our children to be able to process all of that. Certainly, when Julian mentioned he was having a hard time befriending the boy, we told him he was off the hook in that regard. We think the transition to middle school is hard enough without having to place greater burdens or hardships on these young, impressionable minds. I should also mention that, as a member of the school board, I was a little disturbed that more consideration was not given during this child's application process to the fact that Beecher Prep is not an inclusion school. There are many parents, myself included, who question the decision to let this child into our school at all. At the very least, I'm somewhat troubled that this child was not held to the same stringent application standards, for example, the interview, that the rest of the incoming middle school students were. Best, Melissa Perper Albans. Okay, so that is the email coming from Julian's mom. You can kind of hear her tone in there a little bit that she's not too happy having August at the school. Now, what do you think about that? Should August be allowed to go to the school or not? Okay, now this one is Mr. Tushman's response back to Julian's mother. Dear Mrs. Albans, thanks for email outlining your concerns. Were I not convinced that Jack Will is extremely sorry for his actions, and were I not confident that he would not repeat those actions, rest assured, I would not be allowing him back to Beecher Prep. As for your other concerns regarding our new student August, please note that he does not have special needs. He is neither disabled, handicapped, nor developmentally delayed in any way, so there was no reason to assume anyone would take issue with his admittance to Beecher Prep, whether it is an inclusion school or not. In terms of the application process, the admissions director and I both felt it within our right to hold the interview off-site at August's home for reasons that are obvious. We felt that this slight break in protocol was warranted, but in no way prejudicial in one way or another. To the application review, August is an extremely good student and has secured the friendship of some truly exceptional young people, including Jack Will. At the beginning of the school year, when I enlisted certain children to be a welcoming committee to August, I did so as a way of easing his transition into a school environment. I did not think asking these children to be especially kind to a new student would place any extra burdens or hardships on them. In fact, I thought it would teach them a thing or two about empathy and friendship and loyalty. As it turns out, Jack Will didn't need to learn any of these virtues. He already had them in abundance. Thank you again for being in touch. Sincerely, Lawrence Tushman. Okay, now, here's an email from, let's see, to Melissa Albans. So it looks like this is from Jack's father to Julian's mother. Hi, Melissa. Thank you for being so understanding about this incident with Jack. He is, as you know, extremely sorry for his actions. I hope you do accept our offer to pay Julian's dental bills. We are very touched by your concern regarding Jack's friendship with August. Please know we have asked Jack if he felt any undue pressure about any of this, and the answer was a resolute no. He enjoys August's company and feels like he's made a good friend. Hope you have a happy new year. John and Amanda Will. And this is a little quick message from Jack. It says, Hi, August. Jack Lope Will wants to be your friends with you on Facebook. Jack Lope Will, 32 mutual friends. Thanks, the Facebook team. And then there's another email from Jack to August. It says, to augieDoggyPullman@email.com, and the subject says, sorry. And here's the message. Hey, August, it's me, Jack Will. I noticed I'm not on your friends list anymore. Hope you friend me again, because I'm really sorry. I just wanted to say that. Sorry. I know why you're mad at me now. I'm sorry. I didn't mean the stuff I said. I was so stupid. I hope you can forgive me. Hope we can be friends again, Jack. And then the next message is going back to Jack Will from August, and it says, "Got your message. You know why I'm mad at you now? Did Summer tell you?" And then Jack Will responds. He says, "She told me bleeding scream as a hint, but I didn't get it at first. Then I remember seeing bleeding scream in homeroom on Halloween. Didn't know it was you. Thought you were coming as Boba Fett." And then here's August's reply back. He says, "I changed my mind at the last minute. Did you really punch Julian?" And then Jack Will says, "Yeah, I punched him. Knocked out a tooth in the back. A baby tooth." Then August says, "Why'd you punch him?" And Jack Will says, "I don't know." And then August says, "Liar. I bet he said something about me, right?" Then Jack says, "He's a jerk, but I was a jerk too. Really, really, really sorry for what I said, dude. Okay? Can we be friends again?" And then August says, "Okay." Then Jack says, "Awesome." And then August says, "But tell me the truth, okay? Would you really want to do that to yourself if you were me?" "No," Jack says. "I swear on my life, but dude, I might want to do that if I was Julian." And then August says, "LOL. Yes, dude, we're friends again." I gotta imagine it was really hard for Jack Will to go through what he did, because he did say some pretty nasty stuff about August to Julian. And I think he did it because he was a little conflicted. He wanted Julian to like him, but in the end he realized, you know what? Having a fake friend is nowhere near as good as having a real friend. So I'm glad he apologized and they worked things out. So I think there's some lessons in there for all of us. Well, hope you enjoyed today's couple of chapters. Can't wait to do it again. See you later.